Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I just want to give you an update on where I'm up to with the lithium battery for the big motor Razor electric scooter. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you would know that I harvested some lithium cells from old tool batteries. This was done specifically for the purpose of making a lithium battery for my big motor Razor electric scooter, where I intend to make a 7S 8P configuration battery, and I've 3D printed these frames to hold the batteries. But what I've been doing here for the last couple of weeks, and it's taking a long time, is I'm charging and testing all of these salvaged batteries. Now what you can see here is I've been using my Turnigy lithium charger. This is a balanced charger I've had for years for charging remote controlled toy batteries. And I've got the cells in a 4-pack holder which I've wired to the charger. They're all in parallel, as you can see, and I've been using this charger to charge all of the cells. Now what I've been doing is, on the initial charge, you would have seen from the previous video, voltages were all over the place. So on the initial charger, I used the charger really at a very minimal amperage. It was 300 milliamps I used to bring them all the way up to capacity. And then I dated them and I've written down the voltage on all of the cells. What I've then done is I've left them for a couple of weeks and then I'm testing the voltage on the cells. The reason I'm testing the voltage is to see how much these cells have discharged over time, because what I don't want is batteries in the pack that are discharging. So all of these cells in the top 2 rows have been charged for 2 weeks. And say if I grab this one over here, and if I put my multimeter onto it and test, I can see that it's up to 4.16 volts. To 4.16, 4.17 volts. Now from my perspective, that's not bad. It's just dropped 0.02, 0.03 volts over 2 weeks. But if I grab a cell like this one here, which I already know because I've already tested them, and I've kind of put them in order of discharge along the bench here. If I grab this cell and do a test, I can see it's dropped down to 4.14 volts on my multimeter. So you can see here, it's down to 4.14, 4.15 volts. So as we can see, over 2 weeks, we've had a difference in the amount of discharge which will occur across these cells. Now, from my perspective, down to 4.14, 4.15 is not too bad. From the research that I've been doing, you wouldn't want to keep cells that drop, say, below 4 volts in 2 weeks. So really, on the bench, all of the cells I've got here are pretty good. The next thing I've been doing is I've actually been testing the capacity on these Turnigy chargers. Is a discharge cycle, and then what you can do is, when using the discharge cycle, it discharges at 1 amp. You can measure the capacity, and so I've been then writing the capacity. See this one here, I've written down there 1231. So going through all of these batteries, I've been determining, do they discharge? Anything less than discharge of 4 volts I've been throwing away for recycling. And then I've actually started testing the capacity of these batteries across the board. So to make my 7S 8P battery, I need 56 cells. Now what I've actually got here on the bench is 55 good cells. I've got 20 cells there, 40 cells here, and 15 cells here. So one short of being able to make my big battery. And these are all from tool batteries, and I must say one laptop battery, which I got for free. So out of the cells that I harvested, there were a bunch of cells, and I hadn't done anything with them originally. But these ones over here, and these few over here, these were all 0 volt cells. And I deliberately didn't do anything with these cells to start with, because I thought, you know what, they're at 0 volts for a reason. I'll just show you. So just hooking up this battery here on my multimeter. We can see this cell is absolutely dead flat, sitting at 0 volts. So what I've decided to do was, can I bump. Can I bump these cells with another battery that's been charged? Take one of these over here. Can I literally get a piece of the nickel, which I've been using off the other batteries, on one side and on the other side, and can I bump this battery? I've just been going with this. And I hold it there for about 30 seconds. All right, so let's test it. Let's test it now. Straight away, you can see this one has now come up to 1.42 volts, 1.39 volts. So let's stick it in my charger and see what happens. Come around here. First thing I want to do is, because this is such a low voltage, I want to bring this down to 0.3 amps. And let's try and charge it. But then it says battery, low voltage. So what I need to do is I need to leave it a bit longer in parallel to the other battery, and see if we can get it up a bit higher so the charger will recognise it. So what I have found is that by repeatedly holding a low voltage battery in parallel with a charged cell for around 30 seconds at a time, is that eventually the charger will accept it and charge the battery. Having said that, out of the, let's say, 6 or 8 batteries that I've managed to get to fully charge from 0 volts so far, I've literally found none that meet my criteria to keep. That is, they seem to discharge to less than 4 volts within a couple of days, and also their capacity seems to be only between 5 and 700 milliamp hours. So that is far below my target of over 1000 milliamp hours per battery. Thus, as per my initial gut reaction, if cells are 0 volts, my conclusion is that they are there for a reason and they are not worth trying to recover. So, for now, I have 55 good cells, and I need to find just one more good cell to start my 7S 8P lithium battery build for the big motor Razor electric scooter. If that's something that you want to see, then do subscribe to the channel. Finally, if you found this video helpful, do feel free to like it, and if you have any suggestions, do feel free to leave a comment below.